It is year 2009, and a visionary man called Rob Walker decides to test the concept of storytelling. This man, with the ideas in mind, goes to the most popular website, eBay, and picks up 200 products. And these products are 99 cents or $1 each. Now he has spent almost $200 and has 200 products lying in his house with the idea that he wants to check if storytelling works. This visionary man now goes to 200 authors, and somehow, with the technique that he used, these 200 authors have agreed to talk to him and to work for him. He takes one story each out of these 200 authors. And as visionary as he was, he links one story to one product. And he is a smart marketer. He uploads all those products back on eBay, but this time with a little twist. He has one story attached with each of the product that he bought for $1. So now, what has Rob Walker done? 200 products, $1 each, bought them on eBay, put 200 stories into it, back on eBay now. And would he still sell it for $1 each? He did not. One of the product that he sold was for $62. That's more than 100% ROI. Now I know you're listening to me and saying, that's a fluke. That's okay. He got lucky with one product. Why would somebody buy a product that's available on eBay for $1? Why would they buy it for $62? But if I tell you, all the products that he sold all together made him, and hold yourself now because you're about to shake up when I say this, he made a profit of $8,000 in total. Hear me out, $8,000 in total. I don't even know how to calculate the ROI from $200 to $8,000. What was different? The same platform, eBay, the same product list, 200 products, and the same man, Rob Walker. What was different? It was the stories. It was the stories that made the difference for people to buy it at a much higher price than what it was sold on. And that's what I'll be taking you through. The power of storytelling in content marketing. All that we do today, each and every piece of content that we produce today is because we want more sales in our business, is because we want to go out in the market and we want to scale our businesses. And guess what? I'm sure you have been on that edge as well. You have created the most amazing product in the world that you think is the most amazing product. You've recorded your courses, you've put up the cheat sheets, you've created the PDFs, you've shot the videos, and you have done everything that you had to prepare for the big sale. And guess what? Nobody showed up. Nobody bought those courses. Nobody attended those live masterclasses. And I have been on that wedge. I created a fully fledged course on how to create websites. And I was a little lucky, people bought it, but they never watched it. And it's disheartening to see that you have put in all your effort into this one course that you think can help people, but people are not even ready to watch lessons, and you're disheartened. And that's what happened with me. It's still lying somewhere in Zenler, but I have nothing to do with it. And that is the mistake we do. We do not realize how we can use our stories to reach out to people to tell them that what our product can do with them. And we keep wondering, why are we not making sales? What has gone wrong? What did we do wrong? We did not sell stories. You are right. You're listening right. We do not sell stories. We are just selling products, services, offers, features, and whatnot. We are not selling stories. We are supposed to sell stories for people to buy into the service that we want to provide them. And we are in the world of AI. We are not competing with AI, we are complementing AI. You know, people who are writing full-fledged blogs on Chat GPT will not be able to cut through the clutter, because somebody goes to a blog written with AI, they will not be able to connect with that human instinct that we can give in. When a reader is reading a blog, when somebody is reading your social media post, when they are on your website, they need two things. They need relatability and they need a human connection. And the relatability feature and the human connection can only come when you have a story in place. When I was sharing about how I have a course lying in Zenler, people are not buying in, people are not purchasing, they're not watching lessons. I'm sure many of you right there felt like, oh, it has happened with me as well. Oh, this is my story as well. That's relatability. Stories are required to make it relatable to your audience and to form that human connection with your audience. Now, today we'll be sharing why, how, and what in storytelling. All the content that is produced on social media, whether it is on YouTube as video, whether it is Instagram post or reels, whether it is blogs, whether it is courses, anything and everything that you're producing as a content has one motive: to reach your audience and make more sales. You want to reach your audience because you want to make more sales. And you want to make more sales because you want to grow your business. So ultimately, content marketing is to do with selling. So why not sell through storytelling? And I'll tell you why storytelling is the best way to make sales. Number one, you do not directly ask them to take action. Your call to action is never, hey, go buy my course. We always end it with something like, are you someone who's also struggling to sell their courses and see no interaction from your audience? That is a call to action which will make people connect with you. If you say, hey, go enroll into my course and you will see what I'm offering, half of the people would not click on that link because they know you are selling them and nobody likes to be sold. The beauty of storytelling is that the other person does not know they are being sold. You are helping them without touching the nerve that you are sold. So the first is why. Why do we use storytelling? It's because you do not directly sell to them. You do not directly ask them to make the action of pulling out their credit cards. Second, like I said, it's relatable to them. They become the character of your story. Now, let me share with you. Let me share example one. Okay. So my name is Manmeet and I have an agency. I help clients work for branding and I help them to connect with their audience. If you are someone who's trying to work on their audience to reach out to people, let's get in touch. Let's have a call, because my experience of last, let's say 5 years have made me realize that what can we do? What are brands going wrong with? This is the first one. The second one. I was working with a person and she was really upset. And I was in a part of the community where I was delivering a session, and she heard my session and she got back to me and said that, you know, when you were talking about the fact that there are no sales in your business and people just don't watch courses, that's happening with me as well. What do you think could be the problem? I immediately saw her message and responded her that I've been there, done that. And the problem is that we are not nurturing our customers before making sales. Nurturing is very important when we want to make sales. Does this happen with you as well? Are you also someone who thinks that nurturing is a part of the game and you would also want to see how can you nurture your customer correctly? If that is with you as well, let me know in the comments and I'd love to know your story. This is the second example. If you were a part of my social media, my Facebook, or let's say my LinkedIn, which post would you read and connect with me? I can definitely say that it is the second one. You would read my second post and you would reach out to me. It's because the second post is not directly selling to you. It's not telling you that, hey, take my services or buy into my programs. It's trying to help you. Second, it's relatable. The second story, you feel that you are the character of the story I'm telling there. The person I'm speaking about, you put into their shoes and you realize, okay, this person is going through this. I am this person. This is what is happening with me. So storytelling helps you to make the person relatable and the main character of your story. And trust me, they feel that it's doable because someone has already done it. When I gave you the second example, I was talking about a client that had reached out to me and how I responded to her. Now you have seen a conversation of two people working together and bringing results. Now you see, okay, this person has done it. This client has been able to do it. It's doable. We can do it, and it is possible. You see the possibility there. Whether compared to in the first one, there's no possibility. There's just me simply telling you that, hey, come be a part of my program or take my services, right? Now it's the second most important part, and here I want all your attention. The second part is how to do it. When we talk about the how, there is a peculiar thing that I want you to understand, that your mess is often your message. I'll say that again. Your mess is often your message. Like I am sharing about nobody buying into my courses, nobody watching the lessons, and nobody approaching, nobody engaging on social media. Why am I able to do that? Because I've done that. I've walked that path and I know what actually means for the other person as well. And that is why I'm able to help better. Whatever you've gone through, whatever you have done and has faced problems to you is going to become your message. And coming up with stories when your mess has become your message is comparatively easy. Now I'll go ahead and share my screen and show you the three most peculiar parts of how to come up with a story. Okay. When I say that your mess is your message, make sure that you change facts to stories, real stories. Do not cook up stories, because people understand when you are putting up fictional stories. They know that what is reality, and how do they know it? They know it through the tone that you write. Your writing tone will clearly tell them if this is a made-up story or if this is a real story. How to come up with the story is definitely that I'll be covering towards the end of this session. Second, speak to their fears and desires. Because I know this might sound very creepy saying that we have to talk to someone's pain points, but trust me, to help someone, you have to make them aware that they are in a problem. To help someone, you have to make them aware that this is their fear and this is where they want to reach. So you have to speak to their fears and desires. And it should feel like a conversation between a friend or a trusted advisor. I was sharing in my example, the second example, where the client reached out to me and how I suggested her that what's going wrong, where is the lacking. Similarly, somebody reading your social media post, somebody reading your LinkedIn article, somebody reading your blog should feel that they're talking to a friend. Do not get too technical and too formal, because people need that connection. Even in the world of AI, everybody is craving connections. When you write your story, keep it simple but very effective. There are three parts to a story. There's departure, there is journey, and there is return with a transformation. Now, these are the three parts that will reflect in every content piece that you produce on social media. Departure means how we take a flight, we sit in the airplane and we go, right? So the departure is the hook, the first line or the second line that the person reads. Because if you realized on any social media platform, after the first or the second line, there are dots. You have to click on see more to see the rest of the story. This is your hook that you have to capture the audience with. If you do not capture them, they will go and onboard some other plane. They will not get onboarded on your plane and your story. So your hook should be captivating enough for them to read the rest of your story. The second is the journey. This is the most important part. Here is where you break their false beliefs and you make them believe in the new beliefs that you have. I'll be sharing an example right after this. How can you break that? In the journey, you have to break all the fears that they have, all the false beliefs that they have, and you have to develop new beliefs that you want them to, where you can help them. And the third is the return with a transformation. This time, when they've got onboarded, they've heard your story, they're ready to return to the normal life. They're ready to return to some other social media post. But make sure they are returning with a transformation. They know the value that they've given them. They know the path that you have just shown them. They believe in the transformation that you have just taken them through. Because if you don't do that, they would not be engaging with you in the next few posts. I am not saying that this framework is going to get you sales from the very post that you put out. It is going to take time. 5 posts, 10 posts, 15 posts, but it will get you the audience interaction that you're looking for. They are only going to interact with the second post or the third post is when they come back with a transformation, when they believe in your transformation. Now let's look at an example I had written, I think a couple of months ago. Now you will see there's a LinkedIn post and there's a departure right on the top. There's a journey in the middle and there is a return. Let me just go through it, okay? This says, I started my day with opening my email. I saw this notification pop up from Elementor Experts. The client from US wants to work with you. I jumped out of the bed, feeling it was time to earn some dollars. So remember, I'm in India. I might have an Indian audience reading my post. So the departure is very close enough for people to open my post is because I'm telling them how I have been contacted by a client abroad and it was time for me to look at the foreign currency. And I'm sharing the feeling of excitement and happiness in the first hook itself. Now, people who are reading my post would want to know that, oh, she got a client, international client. How can I get it? How can I do what she's done? Let me read what she's written and how she did it. They will be onboarded to my journey. I quickly responded to the email. Would love to understand your requirements better. Can we get on a quick call? The call was booked for 8 a.m. in the morning next day. I got up very early that day, set up my laptop, waited for the call to start. Now I'm just setting the scene. I'm telling them that here is where through my story, I'm telling them that it's not that I just got on the call and I was ready. I prepared. I saw what I could ask them, what I could deliver them. I set up everything and I was before time. So that tells me that post tells that I'm professional enough. As soon as we connected, he said, Manmeet, you must have done 300 plus websites so far. To his surprise, I responded, I have done only 30 plus projects, and he took a moment to absorb that. Now in the journey part, I'm telling them that how I'm breaking their false beliefs, remember? So the false belief is that maybe a website designer should do about 400 to 500 websites to be a good designer. This is a false belief that people have in the designing industry. I've broken it there and then in the journey where I've said that, no, I've not done 300 plus websites, but I've done 30 of them. And then after the entire journey, I leave them with a return. I realize less is more. Quality is far more important than quantity. Now, very subtly, if you see, at that point in time, I had this one program that I do not do anymore. So this is a very old example. This is one of the core principles we work on inside the Growth Loop program. I did not tell them buy my program. I did not tell them sign up for the program. I did not share that I'm asking them to connect to my program. I just very subtly mentioned that less is more and focus on quality more than the quantity. And this is one of the core principles in Growth Loop program. Now they will be intrigued to know that what the hell is Growth Loop program. This is how you write content on social media. A departure, a journey, and return without any direct sales. You move them from one point to another point. And when you talk about the how, remember the basics. Before you implement what storytelling is, you must have these three things sorted. Your target audience, who are you speaking to, what do they prefer? Just get deep down. What are their likes, what are their dislikes, what do they like to do, what do they prefer, what social media are they on, are they a video person, are they content person, do they like reading a lot, are they a morning person, are they a night person, who are the influencers that they follow? Just become a stalker for your audience and understand them in and out. Have the return or the CTA and then frame a story around it. Whenever you have to write something on social media, first see what your call to action can be and what is the transformation you want to promise them. And that is when you come to the story part, because writing a story and then writing a call to action doesn't make sense. Our focus is on the transformation that we want to give them, the call to action that we want to give them. And always remember, if you've heard this TED talk by Simon, and if you haven't, please go back and see. People become successful not how they do, what they do, they become successful of why they do it. So always have your strong why they should be interested in your story, who does it relate to them, and why are you doing it. Always remember that. Now, I know one of the questions that's popping in your head is, we've understood the importance of storytelling. We've understood how to break it into framework and how to have the right structure for the story. But tell us something, how to write that damn story, where to come up with ideas, and how to produce those stories. The reason or the strategy I'm about to give you is very simple and very stupid. I'm not doing anything different. But the only, the only point here is that you have to be consistent with this strategy. If you are consistent with the strategy day in and day out, you will never run out of stories. I want you to do 2 to 3 things. 1, always have your phone right in your hand, no matter where you are. If you are traveling, we always have our phones, right? So always have your notepad opened or any app where you can write down things. What I have done is that I have a WhatsApp group with myself, and whatever comes to my mind, I keep popping into it. So if I'm listening to someone, let's say I'm listening to a talk here in this group after I have done, I'll get some ideas from people, I'll learn from them, I'll note down those ideas in that WhatsApp group. If I'm reading a book, I've got an idea, I'll write it down on my notepad. These are some things that you can observe and have as in when you are moving forward and as in when you are learning. One of the simplest strategy that you can do every day is, before sleeping, 10 minutes, just close your eyes, sit on your bed, on your chair, on your work desk, wherever you are, and reflect your day. Okay, just reflect your day. So for example, let's reflect the day, one of the days in the past. Okay, so I'll take you through how my day was. I'll close my eyes and I'll reflect how my day was. Okay, one of the days. So I got up at 9 in the morning. I had a presentation at 11. And while I was preparing for the presentation, I got a call from the client. And I thought that I could take this call later, but immediately I picked up the call. The client call got over at around 1 a.m. and my presentation had also got over by then. I had another meeting in the evening, and I was also working on client projects in the middle. I also attended one of the learning session videos that I had to in the afternoon. By the time all this was over, it was 4 p.m. and I had not prepared for my meeting. Once I had to take an abrupt meeting, it was already 5 or 6 p.m. and I realized I had also not had my meals on time. And after I had my meals, I ended my day and felt it was a very heavy day all day long. So that's just a reflection I've done. Now, some of the things are made up because I'm just coming up with them so that I could tell you how you can do it. But just reflect your day at the end of the day. Okay. Now, let's say I am trying to tell you about storytelling. Okay. I'm trying to tell you the power of storytelling. What are the CTAs, or what is the desired result that I want to take you to? The desired result could be that I want to show you that how coming up with stories is important. Okay, that's my first CTA. The second CTA could be, let's say, time management could be the second CTA that I want to talk to you about. That while you are putting up these stories, doing it ahead of time is very important so that you never lose out of content. So time management is important. That's the second CTA I want to take you to. The third one could be that you should always have preparation, always have your notes ready. That's the third thing I want to take you to. Okay. So I have my CTAs ready and I have my reflection of the day ready. So my CTAs are that I want to tell you about storytelling, how to use storytelling, time management, and how to have your reflection ready. And now I'm looking at my day. What all have I done? First thing is that I got up at 9 a.m. where my presentation was 11 a.m. First thing is I should have pre-planned my day. You can convert this into a story now. That I did this, and this happened. And at the end of the day, I realized that time management is an extremely crucial skill if you want to be consistent in life, if you want to consistently produce content. That could be my one story, and it's a real story. I'm not making up anything. It's a real story with a real CTA going out to my people who are reading what I want to deliver to them. The second one could be that preparation. So I said to the 4 p.m. meeting that I was supposed to do, I did not prepare well for it. I did not get time. Again, I've linked the time management and the preparation. Again, a story could come up that I could not prepare for it is because I did not set my boundaries. After my presentation, when I got a call from the client, I could have ignored it and not picked it up because that was not the time to take the call. I already had my day planned, but yet I moved ahead and picked up that call, and the client took 2 hours of my time, which was uncalled for. And that is why I couldn't prepare well for the content that I was to produce on social media. I lost the time that I had set aside to prepare for content. What does that tell us? That tells us that you need to set your boundaries so that you're able to manage your day better. You're able to manage your content better. That's the second story we have out of our day reflections. Similarly, look at the kind of business you are in, look at the kind of offering or the product or the service that you're providing, and write down your CTAs and write down your desired outcome that you want to take your audience to. And every day, 10 minutes before you sleep, just do this reflection and you will come up with stories. It's because you are revolving around your business every single day. And when you are revolving around your business every single day, you are bound to come up with stories that will become a part of your day and will connect with the call to actions and the desired results you want to offer your audience. That's the easiest way to come up with stories. And the third way is the first way is that keep noting down. No matter which movie, video, book, session, talks, whatever you are listening to, just keeping notes. Second is that look inward and find out stories from yourself every day, 10 minutes before you go to sleep. The third one is that see what other people are doing. Research your competitors. Look at what is working for them. What is the kind of social media post they are coming with? Look up that what are the kind of stories they are producing. Look at what are the hooks they are producing. Look at what are the call to actions that they are producing. And always never underestimate your competitor or the one that you're competing against. Always be on the lookout of what they're producing, how they're producing, and what are the kind of results they're producing. That will also help you to come up with amazing stories that you can use as a part of your content marketing strategy. Remember, every human wants to connect on an emotional level. When you put out a sales page and you tell people that this is what I'm offering, they buy not because you're selling it for a cheaper price. They buy not because you have an amazing product or an amazing service, which we all do, but still, they buy is because they are emotionally invested in your idea. I'll say that again. They buy because they are emotionally invested in your idea. Just a short, crisp nut of what we've spoken so far. 3 steps to use storytelling to capture your audience. Number 1, research before reaching. Just research about your audience in length. What do they do? Where do they go? Books, influencers, social media, everything, and make them the character of your story. Every story should be about them. Use your personal profiles over business pages. If I take you to my Facebook right now, you will see that my company page does not really get a lot of traffic. But my personal profiles get a lot of engagement is again because people like to connect with people. So if you can optimize your personal LinkedIn profiles, personal Facebook profiles, have your own pictures on Instagram so that people are able to see a face behind the brand. And engage, put these social media posts not on your business pages, but on your personal profiles. That's the first one, research about before reaching. Second one is nurture them through stories, whatever we've been talking about. Put up an email sequence. As soon as a new lead comes in, tell them that who you are, what do you do, why do you do it, how long you've been doing it, who have you helped, and the last one is going to be how can you help them. Connect with them on an emotional level. Tell them your story, that why are you in this business? Why did you start this business? And why do you want to continue and why do you want to help them? It's all about the why. We've already discussed recalling the day and bringing up all possible stories and repeat it daily. Daily to never go out of stories. Make a list of all the value additions that you want to give to your audience and combine it with the stories that you will get from your daily recall activity. Third one is play by the 80-20 rule. Use more conversation openers. Something like that, I was traveling today and I saw this man reading a book at the railway station. And I was intrigued to see that the man was reading Atomic Habits. That's my favorite book. Whenever I look at that book, I feel that I want to grab it and start reading it. What are the books that you read? That's a conversation opener if you are in a business that is more to do with books. So try to use more conversation openers so that people comment and they build up a conversation with you. Always make soft sales. That means just subtly tell them about the product that you're offering. Do not make a direct sale. If you want to make a direct sale, make it in the 20% of the post. That would mean if you are putting out 10 posts in a month, make sure 8 of them are story driven with subtle calls to action and 2 of them are direct sales where you say, go enroll into my courses. Play by the 80-20 rule always. And one thing before I conclude the session is going to be storytelling is all about connecting on a human level. And let's try to be more human in the world of ChatGPT and AI. Let's try to build more human connection. And that's it from me. Thank you so much to both Tiffany and Eileen for giving this opportunity. And I hope I was able to put through the power of storytelling that you can use as a part of your content strategy in your marketing and see your sales shoot up and your audiences become your biggest fans. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, tag me below the video and I'll be happy to help you out, even if you're watching this on the replay. Thank you so much.